million is just to register exam.
For the form.
Now, in checking your result, not once, if you check your result for 20 times, you pay 50 naira.
50 times 20.
If your result is seized,
how many
you want
students
to get
register?
document that your result is seized, you pay 100 naira.
1.8 million.
So are you seeing it now? You see the desperation on these children that if the JAMB just make one announcement, they can check their result 20 times.
This matter must go to National Assembly.
Now, you...
Good idea, yes?
And not only that, you can see how bad it is that the institution will collect money and become inaccessible.
Sorry, 1 minute. Hello, good morning. Reduce the volume for your radio, sir. Sorry, my network cut us that time.
Okay.
Yes, I did hear you. I see your missed call now. I call back.
This things where they here. It's pathetic. And if we continue this way, there's going to be a problem. Because all these things you are seeing that is happening in the country where people are being kidnapped and the rest, it's as a result of frustration. And with the number of youth that we have now that are roaming the streets after graduating without job, and the ones that are struggling to go to school facing such disaster, that's what I call it. I had everything right from the beginning. And those little children that are crying for assistance, those who have lost their parents and the rest.
Who refuse to give up in life.
Yes, who refuse to give up. I am so happy with some of their statements. And I want to assure you that we are at the background trying to make sure that you succeed. Those children that are there, I think you are talking about supporting some of them.
Yes, sir.
I wanted to say that I will send some money to you.
Oh my God, let's appreciate this uncle. Sir.
Change from what we do not have to what we have. Our children to go to school, God will shame them.
Amen.
We must go to school and we'll take over this country very soon from them.
By the grace of God, amen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. God bless you. Make one appreciate them. Because you see the talk.
Ordinary President, you see the kind of system we are building. An institution that is meant to render service to the people. The service is not even free. It's not part of the services that government is compelling an arm of government to render free. The people pay. And not just once. After the initial payment where they have collected monies that are worth more than the cost of the exams, they will now become inaccessible to the people when there is problem. Not only that they are inaccessible, they refuse to understand the sensitivity of the sector they are serving. That what they are, the services they are rendering to these children are time bound. If a child, for example, loses an opportunity in a year, a whole year have been taken out of his life, and that child becomes destabilized, disorganized, disoriented. Everything about that child becomes standstill.
Look at this, my
through psychological trauma, withdrawn, so many things. And we are talking about it. The institution cannot, when you bring report to them, they will now send civil defense as if civil defense have become their customer service. Civil defense that was sent to work with them.
Sorry, when I were here now, make una no surprise by Monday now. Either when I go here say JAMB don't carry me go court, or they go use against the radio and TV station. Make una watch out. If it happen, we go let una know.
Now, from the JAMB that collected money for exam, civil defense that was sent to maintain security in JAMB office have now become the JAMB customer service agent. Civil defense that does not know how JAMB collected the money, how JAMB spent the money.
How are we?
They have now become the ones that attend to JAMB customers.
You sure say the civil defense officer right to JAMB?
Okay, now.
If you to say you right to JAMB, if you go school.
Now, in no India.
If you go school, If I be senior officer.
Ordinary president, I'm even saying that it is criminal for JAMB.
See his shoulder. No rank.
Ordinary president, it is criminal for JAMB to be collecting monies from students to check their result. After they have paid to take an exam.
For me to check my result, you are collecting their result. And not for every single penny.
And not that they collected it once from a student. Not that you pay it once from a student. So if anxiety pushes a student to check her result 20 times, she pays 50 naira
times 10 times
and
20.
not accounted for. Not accounted. And I'm suspecting that this is the reason why they build a barricade against the students, so that they don't assess them and get answers. And then they will now be compelled to go and begin to pay those monies for their revenue to increase, so to check their result. And not only that, they don't care that one whole year, any student that you fail to answer out of your own fault has lost a year, and you don't compensate him or her. You see the system we are building.
Thank you very much. Yes. Next person. Those people for back. I they hear you. I they hear you.
Good morning, Mr. Ahmed. Good morning, parents. Good morning, Nigeria. My name is Favor Kafo. I wrote my exam in Uzidik to do Wada Zone 4 on 11 by 7 a.m. I left the house around 6 a.m. in the morning. Getting there 6:30. When we got there, they were rushing us, telling us, go inside, it's already time. When we reached there, they referred us to another hall. Reaching there, we stood outside before we settled down for like 1 hour, 30 minutes. When we settled down, there was no laptop, there was no mouse, nothing was available. When we started writing,
no system, no mouse.
The systems were few. Some people had no systems. When they told us, okay, that we should settle down, they brought in. The things were blank, some were blank. They were not on in at all. When they told us to start our exams, that was around 9. 8, 9 in the morning. We were supposed to write 7 a.m. 8, 9 in the morning when we started. When some people started, people at the front, when they started writing, their systems were okay. We at the back, our systems were not working. Like me, it was time for me to on my system. The thing got on. When I on it, it was blank throughout the exam. I had to use another person's system. Before we started, they were like doing some things on it. That was when they were rectifying their issues with the server and everything, when nothing was working. Then when they did everything, it was okay. That was around after 10. My system started after 10, and they shut down everything 10:30. I wrote 1.5 subjects. That's English and chemistry. While writing my chemistry, they offed everything. When they offed everything, all of us, we were angry. We started shouting that they should only, because when we started our exam, while others have started, we were pleading with them. We had to beg them to come and attend to us. When we started our exam, they told us that we should not be in a haste. They will give us much time.
Enough time.
We started writing. That was when I reduced my speed in typing. I reduced my speed. That was when I started writing chemistry. They shut down everything. Okay, we're shouting that we cannot leave the hall. We cannot leave the hall. Mr. Benlo Aminu, our supervisor for that day, he told us that we should calm down, that we should not worry, that everything will be rectified. That before they shut down everything, that he has called the JAMB office, not once, not twice. He called them and they said that everything was going to be settled, that they will reschedule exam for us, that we should calm down. Well, like sir, they should on it. Since they say it's from JAMB office, they should on it. Since it's there, since he have laid the complaint, they can on it for us to complete our work. He said that they cannot. That we should just settle that they will reschedule our exam. So he was not pleading with us to go outside. He calmed us down, went outside. He told us to thumb print. I refused to thumb print. He was like, just thumb print out. Thumb print out, they will reschedule another exam for you. I said, okay. We thumb printed, went out, we wrote our name, submitted our biograph and everything. When we went home, On my way going home, I called my elder sister. I called my elder brother. I told them what happened. I've already entered the car. My sister told me to go back and collect the man's number. Reaching there, they told me I cannot. The man told me he cannot give his number out. For what? Why would he give number? Where was I when he was giving people number? That he cannot give number out. I was like, okay, sir, I'm not leaving here till you give me your number. I've already I had to lie to him. I've already gone home. My daddy sent me back to come and collect your number.
Very good.
He gave me the number. That was when everybody has finished writing for the day. I stayed there till around 4.
In the evening?
Yes, just to collect his number. When I reached home, I told my dad. My daddy called him. When my dad called him, he was like, that they are sitting on the issue. They are in a meeting now. That they will get back to us. That same day, some parents wrote letter, and this is the letter, I'm with it. Jam stamped it. They wrote letter to the board. After writing letter of complaint and everything, they also submitted to human rights office and Ministry of Education.
Now, we would tell the same parents to write another letter and address it to FCCPC, Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission.
Okay.
You understand?
Yes.
They are saddled with the responsibility of protecting consumers.
Okay, sir.
And then Savicom, we will write one to Savicom, one to National Assembly, one to Presidency, one to
Public complaints.
no be administrative injustice, one to ICPC, one to Nigerian Police.
No problem.
So continue.
So after the exams, after that day, we went to JAMB office. When we went there, they told us to come back after they've written their exam, after exam is done. So when they were done with JAMB exams, we went there. When we went there, there was a man that told us that, but them, they are not done with their own exam inside the office. Now, the way we wrote to them, they will write back to us. Meanwhile, he was like, when we reached there, he was like, that there's a way he will tell us, he will direct us to somebody, he will lose his job just pleasing us. That he cannot direct us to somebody, because they might sack him. That they will get back to us. So we left that day. We went home. We went back to JAMB office again. They didn't listen to us. They told us that since we've written our complaint, they will get back to us again. We went home. We went back again. They didn't give us anything. Then it should be last month when they released the results. Because they told us that they were going to reschedule exam.
What did you get in your result?
They gave me 19 in physics.
Did you write physics?
I did not write physics. I did not write biology. They gave me 28. English, that I know that if I write English, I'll get something like 90 something, 80 something, 90 something. They gave me 55.
Did you write English?
I wrote English. And chemistry, I was writing. They gave me 45. Total of 147. When we went back to JAMB office, that is the video that they played. We went there, they were like, they cannot attend to us, that we should wait. That should be, they've attended, that we've written our letter. When we were like, want to see Mr. Ishaku, that's the person we came here to see. We are not coming here to see ordinary staffs. The man was like, you cannot go there, they cannot direct us there.
Ordinary staff.
Then we brought out phone. I'm sorry, sir.
Go ahead, my dear, go ahead. Go ahead,
Sorry,
my dear.
So when we brought out our phones to do the videos, one of the security men there told us that we should drop that phone, we should not video, if not he will break the phone. He even told us that he will break her leg if she say any nonsense. So with anger now, I stood up. I was like, don't tell us that kind of thing. We know our rights here. We came here to fight. Later, people will tell us we are lazy Nigerian youth. We want to go to school. So after shouting now, we are like angry. Then one man came out and took us one after the other inside the office, but not the main building. When he took us to the office, he told us to write name and other stuff.
Okay, hold on. JJJ in support at should be a solution we they look for.
Yes, sir.
Let's give JAMB 2 weeks from today. we will reconvene again. When we reconvene, because any moment from now they go read news, we will reconvene here in 2 weeks' time, 2 Fridays from now. We go remain here. When we hear from, finally, you have 1 minute before.
We called Mr. Fabian Benjamin. When we called him, he was like that we should stop harassing him with call. That first of all, the number he gave us, his child picked the call when I called him. I was like, my daddy is not around. They ended the call.
The PRO?
Yes. It was recorded. I have the recordings.
You will play it in 2 weeks' time. No worry. You will play it in 2 weeks' time.
Then when we called him, the day we came here, the first time we came here outside, we called him. We recorded. He was like, "Shout now, we should stop harassing him with calls. That what is it? That Shebi he has told us that JAMB is not going to write any exam. That Shebi we at least we wrote exam."
Okay, thank you. Finally, wait.
Sir, some parents actually have concerns about.
Post you hear me? 2 weeks, is 2 weeks too long? Okay, 1 week. Next week Friday. Next week Friday. They support next week Friday. Say no. Those again saying to. The next have it. Thank you very much. ICPC quickly.
Thank you, Ordinary Ahmed and fellow Nigerians. Important thing what I want to tell us this morning. We get one parent, and don't forget his name, the accountant who was speaking.
We calculate money.
We calculate money about your daughter. There was something important that he said, very important. Today, as we speak, there is a lecturer. There is a lecturer, a former lecturer of Wafime University, where they jail for sexual harassment because of ICPC work. Now, in talk say, this parent I was talking here, in been talk say, in daughter score highly, I think 270 something.
And she was denied admission.
Denied admission by,
Some people
by a professor. By a professor. Now, and that also, in no say, you get candidates who score less, who secure the admission. That would mean abuse of office. Section 19 for ICPC law.
Section 19?
Section 19, yes, go take care of that matter. So, make we get report.
Order.
I'm appealing to him and other Nigerians who get similar cases, make them bring in report with details. ICPC could do sometimes. ICPC don't do something about such cases before, and we go do again.
So if we now come out outside, we go address the crowd.
Ordinary President. This. All our children. I feel the pains of students, and this our children were raising. It is true from the how confusing our failure. This no be waiting they pay for to write JAMB.
That is una hear English.
The service fail.
Fail. From Colo mental service failure. That is Colo.
Now it be total service failure, and the results done from people committing suicide and getting depressed, and we are looking at solving. This thing when we talk so on Monday morning, now be my priority assignment. I don't reach JAMB. Now me be the chief complaint.
Then go attack you.
I go there. I don't already call Ministry of Education my contact. They say make them they listen. Make
then
them
go
they
do
hear.
anything. They don't
don't
do
call
anything.
Education say make una they hear. No be say only make una they hear the people where una they support. There's no excuse at all. Now apology. I dey experience when una don't get. I beg una sorry.
Oh.
I beg.
This is what the
Yes.
He will have to do it.
I'm going there.
If you not do it, the people will put him for office go do him. No, if you not do him, if
ordinary president, no fault. They must own up to this and redress it.
Thank you.
Be the first thing. Wetin I go suggest, make them segment am, begin dey solve the problem peculiar to the different groups.
ICPC. ICPC, Savicom, Ministry of Education, National Assembly, Presidency, everybody will be a stakeholder. Next week, Friday, we don't agree, say we go meet here. Another marathon of from 7:30 to 11:50 by the grace of God.
Amen.
Thank you very much. Make we hear somebody.